So what is special about this exhibition?
The chance to see Latour in Paris, it's been since 1997 when the Great Latour exhibition was held, so almost 30 years for a French audience to see a real concentration of Latour looking fantastic.
And it's a very rare painter, right?
He's an extremely rare painter. There are only a few more than 40 paintings that survive. So many have been lost. So it's very exciting. We have more than half of his surviving paintings here in the exhibition.
And do we learn something? Is there new theories about the artist? Because he's a very mysterious one, right?
He is very mysterious, and he has been studied by the most brilliant French scholars, most brilliant art historians have been able to put together a case for Latour as if it were almost a detective novel to rescue him completely forgotten from obscurity. He was a quite successful and well-known painter in his time, and he worked for a very fancy clientele. He worked for the king, he worked...
But so how to explain he vanished until beginning of 20th century?
He was almost completely forgotten. And
How can it be?
Well, I have to say that French art historians didn't know about him and they didn't write about him. You don't find a word about him in Mariette or Philibien.
But how can we explain that, you think?
It's very hard to explain. He wasn't working much. He was in Paris briefly, but he was not there for the founding of the Academy. His paintings, people felt the Caravagism of his paintings had gone out of style by the time of his death, and after his death, really Caravagist paintings.
It was not fashionable.
No, they liked a brighter palette.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, is there new theories in this exhibition?
Well, one of the things that we tried to do was acknowledge the fact that we don't know an awful lot. There are a lot of things that are missing information, missing paintings, and we didn't want to...
But there are discoveries. There are new paintings.
There are a couple of new paintings that people haven't seen. We have one painting that we brought that we thought might be a Latour, that some people have suggested might be a Latour.
What's the name?
This is a painting from Lisbon of a saint, yes.
Grégoire.
Yes. And let's see, and we have a painting of another apostle, St. James Major, from a private collection, came from a private collection now in Japan, and that has not, I think, been seen at all. So we have some paintings that will be unfamiliar, and we have some paintings that are very rarely shown.
And can we say, how can we understand the relation between Caravaggio and Latour?
You know, it's a very complicated relationship. There has been from the beginning of the rediscovery of Latour, there has been a big argument about, did Latour go to Italy? Did he not go to Italy?
We don't know anyway.
We don't have any evidence that he went to Italy, but we don't have any evidence for his first 25 years. We have no idea where he was, what he was doing until...
but he could have seen...
He was 23 years old. We have a 23-year-old gap in
But we can think he saw Caravaggio in Nancy, right?
He would have seen, at some point, he would have seen the Caravaggio Annunciation in Nancy. This is one of the Caravaggios where we don't really see very much of a relationship with his paintings, though. So most likely, at least my opinion, and I think my colleagues' opinion as well, we don't think it was necessary for Latour to have gone to
So, but
Italy.
he could have seen some Caravagesque paintings.
He could have seen some paintings by Caravaggio in France. There were a few. There were many copies.
Yes.
And then there were all the Caravaggisti who came back from Italy and
Exactly.
brought the style of Caravaggio, the innovations of Caravaggio back to France.
And can we say he's a mystic painter?
Mystic, I don't think.
But
That
when
would be
when we
quite the
see the
word.
use of the light in this painting, for example.
Very spiritual.
Yes. So if we don't say mystic, can we say spiritual?
Yes, you can certainly. I think he was.
Was he
Extremely spiritual
was he
painter.
spiritual or was he just commercial?
I would.
Because he was also very commercial, right?
You're absolutely right. I don't think those things exclude one another. I think you can be incredibly spiritual and also
And want to make money.
charge a lot for your paintings and look for very high-placed clients. He painted for the king. He painted for Richelieu.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when he's doing that, this kind of light.
I think he is extraordinary. You know, Caravaggio never, maybe once or twice, included an artificial light source in his painting, a lantern, a flame. But this became Latour's signature.
In Latour, we see the light. We see the origin of the
In
light.
Latour, we see the light. He said it.
Thank you.